Hi Matt, Oceana here with G3 with your free website audit for Constructa in Miami, Florida. In this free SEO website audit by G3 Agency, I am going to show you 3 to 4 things that you can do to get Constructa in front of people searching for construction services in the Miami area. Like I said on the phone, Matt, I don't expect anything in return for this video, but I would love some feedback from you on whether it was clear and whether it was helpful so that I can improve it for future people watching these videos. So I will be following up with you in the next few days or so to get your opinion on it. Okay, so let's jump right in. So the first thing that I noticed actually on your page here, besides the really big beautiful picture which I love, is that your words are over here. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, they're still doing their job when it comes to Google because Google will just see it as words on the page, but for your visitors, it's kind of not doing a whole lot. Okay, so the next thing I always look for is a big click to call phone number at the top. So the reason that it's a good idea to have a big phone number here at the top that people can click on and call you is because 70% of all visitors that are coming to your site are going to be on their mobile phone. So if you have a big click to call number there, it just makes it easy for them to call you right up. And then the next thing I always look for is content. So that's how many words on the page, and are those words relevant to what you do? Now, I'm not seeing a whole lot of words here, to be honest, and I'll bet you there's less than 500 words here. Let me see. Control A, Control C, and put that into my little word counter. Yeah, so it's less than 300 actually. So we actually suggest to our clients that you have a minimum of 2,000 words on your home page and 1,000 words on the other pages on your site. And the reason for this is that Google really loves content. Basically, it thinks the more words you have on the page, as long as they're relevant, the more of an expert you are in your subject matter. That's just how it plays the game, right? So what we want to do is increase the words on your home page. Make sure they're filled with keyword-rich content. And I'll talk about how to find out what keywords to include in a moment. First, I want to right-click on this image. So this is another thing I always check. And if I right-click on an image and click Save As, I can see that this image was saved as home_mysite.html. Well, hold on, HTML doesn't make sense. Let me find another image here. So if I click on this one, and right click, oh, and this is another thing. I'm a paragraph. Click here to add your own text. So this is something you're going to want to fix too, because this is just standard text, and Google is going to see that it is the same text as on all of the other websites that were made with the same theme. So it's going to think, oh, well, you haven't done much with your site and it's broken. So you're going to want to change that. But if I right click and click Save Image As, there you go. This is a string of letters and numbers, so that's not helping you. What you want to do is you want to identify those high volume keywords that I'm going to show you in a moment, and you're going to save these images as those keywords and put them back up. And it's better if the keyword is actually related to the thing in the picture, but it's not extremely necessary. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is show you my favorite tool. This is called Ahrefs, and what it does is it gives us an in-depth look into how a website is performing. It's one thing for it to be pretty, it's another thing for it to actually function as a lead generation machine. So you've got your UR and your DR scores here. We like to see it in about the 20s, 30s range. And this is extremely low, so you're going to want to pick that up. And how you do that is you see this backlinks and referring domain here. So what this says is there are 2 different websites out there on the internet somewhere that have links to your website, and the amount of links that they have is a total of 3. So most likely, well, in fact, definitely, there's 1 on one site and 2 on the other. That's just, logic there. And what you want to do is you want to make sure to go and get more of those backlinks, but it's important that they come from websites that have a higher score than you do right here, which won't be difficult, as high as possible really, and that they're relevant to your industry. So having another construction site, or maybe a roofing site, or even like a what are those stores that have like tools? Hardware store, that's the word I'm looking for. Things that are related to your industry are going to help you, but having irrelevant backlinks from, say, I don't know, Disneyland, or I don't know, that's a bad example, but some random website, you know, porn site or something like that, or from websites that have very low scores like you do here, is actually going to drag your score down, which is impossible at this point, but if you're working hard at getting this score up, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to where you're getting your backlinks. And then here, your organic keywords and organic traffic, these are both 0, unsurprisingly, considering this whole situation and your lack of content on your homepage. But this would normally have a number higher than 0, and what it is how many phrases can a person type into Google and have you come up in the first 100 results? And the answer to that right now is 0, unfortunately, but it's not impossible to increase that, of course. So this, I did a little bit of keyword research for you. I looked up the Miami area, and then I put in some words that might relate to your industry: remodeling, construction, architect, contractor. And so some of these, you know, I might be wrong about what exactly you do, so I apologize if this is not correct, but it's the same general idea, right? So it came up with like flooring contractors, Miami. If that does pertain to you, then this would be a good keyword to use, because it has 200 search volume. So what that means is there are 200 people every single month typing this exact phrase, flooring contractors Miami, into Google. And this right here is another important metric, keyword difficulty. That's what KD stands for. And what that is it's a scale from 0 to 100. How difficult does this tool think it would be to get to the first page of Google where you will actually be found by customers? And with a score like 1, that's actually very good. You want a high score in this column, low score in that column. And so we're going to focus for now on this keyword, but there's also other ones: general contractors Miami, 200 people searching every month; kitchen remodeling Miami, 150; architecture firms Miami, 150, and this is a little bit higher of a score, but still within reach. We really like to go after like 5 and below for keyword difficulty, because it'll take less time and therefore less money and effort to get to that first page of Google, but none of it's going to happen overnight. That's just simply not how SEO works. It's a long-term game. Okay, so now if we type in flooring contractors Miami, this is what it looks like when we search that. So first, you got the ads. Most people skip right past those. They do have their time and place, but most people just skip them. And then you've got this map pack here. And this is very useful because it's just right at the top. It's very visual, and people can click to your website or click your phone number. It'll be displayed right there. And so you definitely want to be up here, and how you get up here is through citations. So a citation is similar to a backlink in that it's a reference to your business from anywhere on the internet. However, the difference is, instead of being a link to your website, it is a listing of your name, address, and phone number listed the exact same way that it's listed on your Google My Business listing. And Google uses that information. It looks around, it crawls, is what it's called. It crawls the internet, and it looks for these citations, your name, address, and phone number. And the more citations that you have, the more relevant and popular Google thinks you are. So it'll help push you up to the top. And if you're in the top 3, you end up on this first page of Google, which is very nice. But that's not even nearly as exciting as being in this spot right here. So this is what's called the #1 organic result. And it gets 30% of all the traffic that comes to this page. So you definitely want to be in this spot. And the people who are in this spot is MiamiConstructionBrokers.com. And so this is your top competitor for this keyword. And what we want to do is ask, why is it that they're showing up in this spot? Why is it that we are not? And how can we outdo them? So we're going to look, see how they have lots of words. They have more words than you, but they still don't have that minimum of 2,000. So that 2,000 minimum is still going to help you. If they had more than that, I would say you need to get more words than 2,000, but that's not necessary in this case. And then we also want to see, okay, did they save their images properly? So let's click Save As. Flooring in Miami, vinyl flooring, laminate flooring. Yeah, they're doing okay. I don't know what, looking at this, whether these are high volume keywords or just keywords that they thought of without actually doing the research. So, and then we can look at their numbers here. So these are the guys who we want to beat out. So we want to raise your scores. You know, right now there are no data and 0. This is a more average score here that they have. 21 and 24 is not impossible to beat, but it will take a little bit of time. And then their referring domains and backlinks are quite a bit higher than yours. But again, this is just something that takes time. And then over here we have the organic keywords. So this is actually really fun. We can go in here and we can see what it is that they're ranking for. Flooring Contractors Miami, we already knew that they were ranking for that one, right? And then down here we can see, let's see, laminate flooring Miami. If that's something that you offer and you're interested in getting more jobs doing that, that would be a decent one, except, well, it's got kind of a high score here. Now, so that would be one we wouldn't expect to get very quickly. And see, they're not even ranking in the first page. But that's another 100 there that if we wanted to go after it and we were willing to take the time and invest in that, that would be possibly a good idea. Because it's got the service and it's got the area. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your time. You are welcome to call me at this phone number you see in the corner, as well as email me at oceana@g3.agency. Just a quick recap for you. You want to increase the words on your home page to 2,000 or more, increase the back pages to 1,000 or more words, implement backlinks in order to boost your credibility with Google, and add citations, your name, address, and phone number to different directories across the internet in order to push your listing up to the top of the Google Map pack. And it's pretty simple, just those few things. And of course, there's always more you can do, but there's only so many minutes in a video. So, well, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you and whether this was helpful or not. Bye.